Hi, everyone, and good evening to wherever you're tuning in from. Welcome to Breaking Barriers with Amy. If you're new here, my name is Amy. I'm an online business owner and mentor, and I'm the face behind this page where I share my journey and real success stories from business partners around the world. These interviews are my favorite part of what I do because nothing moves people more than real stories from real people who took the leap. And tonight I have someone absolutely incredible joining me. Her name is Sofia, and I can't wait for you to hear her story and what happened since she said yes to this journey. So, Sophia, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. Before we dive in, can you introduce yourself and tell us where you're from and a little bit about yourself?
Yes. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you who are watching this or will be watching the replay. My name is Sofia Javier, and I am an ICU nurse by trade and mother of two little ones, a 1 year old and a 3 year old. A wife to a nurse and an immigrant from the Philippines. Have been living in the US for about 20 years now and currently residing here in Texas, USA.
Thank you so very much for sharing a little bit about yourself. So, let's get down to all the nitty gritty. And so, what was your life like before starting this business?
So, life as before starting this business, as as nurses, we make decent lifestyle for ourselves. And my husband and I are both nurses. So we are able to travel, and do the life that we were wanting. And then we had kids. We had kids, and lifestyle change, priorities change, and they became the priority. But we still have to go to work. So it's a matter of balancing of being a mom and also practicing as a nurse. And that means we don't put them in daycare. So that means them and us caring for them at home. And so as nurses, we work three in a row, or and we do overtime if we want to. But before this business, my husband and I will alternate working. He will work the first three, I will work the next three. And really, as a family, we only have one day together. Um, and that has been, for the last 3 years, that has been our life. And um, burnt out, honestly. That is the life, and how stressful that is to just only have one day as a family. um, and I wanted more time. I wanted more time with my kids. And yet I'm in the hospital, burnt out as a job in the ICU. um, and then I come home and I'm stressed as well because of I don't have enough time with my kids. So that is my life. Even though it's nursing, it provides a good income, it provides a good lifestyle, but the time aspect of it is what I was lacking.
Got it. Wow. Yeah, I can so relate to that. And it's it's something that we all want, more time with our family. Like time flies by so quickly, and I totally get it. Um, and so, were there any other struggles, prior to starting this business at all, other than, wanting more time with your family?
Yes. I actually found this business when I hit almost like a rock bottom. So it all happened all in 1 month before I started this business, where the The hospital where I was working out, yes, nursing is very stable. We make lucrative enough money to make a good lifestyle for ourselves. But I got myself into, I became employed in a hospital where they were having financial issue, and our paychecks were delayed. And in the 14 years that I've been in nursing, I've never experienced this where my paycheck was getting delayed. And at the same time, we hired a nanny just to help us. She quit right then and there because her mom was having medical issue, which is understandable. But now we don't have any help, you know? And then the third one was my husband started graduate school where he cannot work full time anymore, or cannot work at all. So I became a sole income earner. Imagine all of this happen in 1 month, all at the same time. And while managing everything else in the household. And so I felt so overwhelmed, and I felt like I was drowning, and I was looking for a solution before I found this. Because, I mean, for all of that and to happen in 1 month, I was just at lost.
Wow. There's so many moving parts in your journey prior to your journey. That is it's something else. Wow.
Yes, yes, to say the
Yeah.
least. Yes.
Yeah, I can picture that in my head. I was like, wow, that's a lot to juggle and trying to get back on track with everything. I'm
Mhm.
so glad that everything's been sorted, it seems
Yes,
like.
yes, yes.
So, how did you find out about this business?
Yes. So I, with that 1 month, I was really, really looking, how can I solve this problem? Right. And finding a solution, typing in online how to make money at home without picking up extra shift. You spend those late hours scrolling on your social media trying to find a solution. And I was one of those people. And on Facebook, I saw an ad of a nurse who was missing milestones of her kids, and because she was working a lot and she was a sole income earner as well, and I felt like she was just speaking to what I want to change. I felt like she was just speaking to me, and that video was meant for me. And so I sent a message to that nurse, and come to find out she lives 15 minutes away from me. I've never met her before, and we worked in the same hospital system. So I was like, if this is not a divine opportunity and a divine appointment, I don't know, because everything else is lining up. So I was like, well, I'll send a message and see, make sure I'm not getting scammed online. So I send a message, and come to find out that this business that we have is, it's tax registered. She gave me the free webinar to watch. And with that, I was like, if one is tax registered, it means the government knows about this business. So check off. I know I'm not getting scammed. And then I watched the webinar, and it's the business model is amazing, and I really saw the potential of the business. That's why I made that informed decision. I researched, I asked question, um, because I am going to invest time, and I'm also, there is a money investment to it. So I want to make a smart decision and an informed decision when I made that. And I'm glad I did, because I will never ever look back at all. At all. It's been a blessing to me and my family, and definitely that overwhelmed me, and the feeling of drowning definitely went away when I found this business.
Wow. That's, it seems like everything just started, you know, with all the problems that you were experiencing up until starting this business and coming to find out you guys were all in the same work system. That's just amazing. It's like, how does that ever happen?
And I'm just like, am I being spoof or something? Like, this lady will never cross path, and yet she's 15 minutes away. And now that we're here, we she's been to my kid's birthday party, and she is my mentor. And she had been such a great help, and I am so grateful with the people that I get to meet and connect, with, because of this business.
Absolutely. And that's why I like this business so much. The community, the support, everything, because, when you meet somebody that you don't even know, and all of a sudden, you become a family. And that's just amazing. You never will never ever find somewhere else like that. It's just, this is just, business is just something else. I'm so excited that you started this business.
Yes, I am grateful. We get to connect to people across the world, and it would have been very hard to do that. And yet, being part of the digital space, we have the whole world, as they say, as our oyster, to connect with people across the globe, and it's amazing.
Absolutely. So far, in your journey, what has changed before and after, and what are you most grateful for now?
Yeah. So, like I said, that instant relief of, I found a solution to the issue that I was having, was one of the gift, because when you're feeling so low and you find a solution, like, it doesn't matter how far or how long you can get your business going, right?
Absolutely.
But just having that solution is almost like, uh-huh, I know the answer, and I have that solution already. So that's one. Two, um, I have a dual master's in nursing administration and business administration, and my goal was to be the highest leader in a nursing side of the hospital. I want to be the CNO of the hospital, and that was my trajectory. And this business made me a CEO of my own business, and I get to lead others as well. Um, it and additionally, everything that we are learning in this business has surpassed the learning that I've done in my dual masters. That you can have all the masters that you have. Yes, I have a MBA, right? um, my master's in business administration. Yes, it's just a knowledge, but if you don't apply it, it's just a knowledge by itself. So with this business, it allowed me to, all of the training that we have that's available, that's so user friendly, I was able to apply it to grow my business right then and there. And I am learning so much with the technology that's coming out in the digital world, with AI coming, and that's here already and it's growing. That was never part of my business degree. And so I am learning so much. And at the same time, it still has the nursing aspect to it. I still get to touch people's lives. I still get to help others. I still have that caring side for others, with this business. So it is satisfying um, that need to help, that I need in my life, to help others. And of course, the time that I was wanting, I dropped from full time working overtime to now as needed working as a nurse, and the time that I get to spend with my kids and earning income at home. I didn't have to pick up extra shift. I can work while I'm at home, which is the beauty of having a digital business. And I can go on and on and on because this business, it's been a gift. It's truly has been a gift to me and my family, and for all of us who started this business, it's been a gift for all of us. And I cannot thank this business enough, on what it has brought to my life.
That is so amazing. And I'm so glad that you brought up, AI and how things have changed. I mean, you know, it's been years. I mean, we've always, had to leave our homes and go to our jobs and spend, 8 to 12 hours at work and so very limited time with our families. And now that things have been changing, it's the scene is different now. People are moving towards, the online platform, creating more time with family, earning from home, just like you said. And I can see that, this is something that will keep changing over time with new ideas, new things, new tools for us to be able to sustain this business while everybody else is still trying to, you know, show up for work every day and, just putting in that time. And, wow,
Yeah, and
things
and
have changed.
living that alarm clock lifestyle.
Yes.
you know I mean, I am so glad, I have dropped my hours in the hospital, and I'm working towards being, a job quitter soon. So I am excited for that time. I am excited to have that goal, and this business is giving really has that potential to give you that full 100% time freedom.
Absolutely. And I can't wait to until you put in that notice, I'll be cheering you on.
You better believe it. I'll be dancing outside the hospital.
So, what would you say to someone who's watching right now that is unsure or too scared to start this business?
It is, it's natural to be scared. It's natural to be skeptical because there are a lot of scam online, right? That is natural. But not everybody is a scammer. Scammers don't show their faces. Look at me and Amy. We're showing our faces. We are not afraid. We give our full name and our last name. Contact us. We are not scammers. And that is natural to be afraid. We're human. When things are unknown, it's natural to be afraid. But you have to overcome that fear, and actually the first step is to take that leap of faith. That is the barrier there. When you take that leap of faith, windows, doors opens up to things that you do not even know. And that's what happened to me. I didn't know that people earn this much at home while they're at home in a digital space. I didn't know that. I know, like the content creators, the affiliate, the YouTubers who make money, and the TikTokers who dances, all that stuff, and they earn money, for brands. But I didn't know that there is such business where I don't have to dance in front of the camera and earn and have a million subscribers to earn money online. I didn't know that. I didn't know that it will get me to this point, that it will give me more time to my family, more time to care for myself and my family. So things open up when you take that leap of faith, and that is the first step, is actually having that courage to actually take that leap of faith. So if you're scared, that's natural, acknowledge that, but don't let that fear stop you. And you never know what's on the other side if you never take that leap of faith, and what opportunities will open up. And that is not only to apply to this business, but that is just life in general, you know. But with this business, you really have to take that leap of faith, and and know that there is a great opportunity that is waiting for you on the other side of that fear.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that. Um, it's sometimes, you just have to do your due diligence. I mean, it's there's been hard times, and like you said, there are scammers out there as well, but um, something like our business is, when you find it and you see how it's changed your life, it's an amazing story. And I'm so glad that you're able to share that with our audience. And it's normal because every one of us that started this business walked the same path of being scared. But if you don't step out your comfort zone, you're always going to be stuck.
Yep, exactly. And I think it's more expensive, honestly, to be stuck in where you're at now than actually taking that leap of faith, because you're still going to be in the same rat race. You're still going to be in that same exhaustion that you're feeling, and year by year by year, it's you're still going to be in the same spot.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Sophia, thank you so much for showing up so fully, so honestly, and for reminding all of us what's possible when you stop settling and start choosing you. And to everyone watching, maybe you're holding your breath right now. Maybe your heart's racing because deep down you know you're meant for more. And that's not random, that's your moment. Don't wait for the perfect timing. Don't wait for the fear to go away. Take the first step, being scared. Take it curious, just take it. Sign up for the webinar, watch it, and see what's possible because staying stuck costs more than trying ever will. This is Breaking Barriers with Amy, and I'll be right here cheering you on when you decide to break yours. And again, Sophia, thank you so very much for joining me.
Thank you so much.
See you guys soon.
Bye bye.
Bye.